This is your handover video. So we'll start off at the front. So you've got your hitch, handbrake and jockey wheel. So with the hitch you lift this black handle up and it will stay up like so. Stick your jockey wheel in, black handle will go down, this gets pushed down securely. And to release it, handle up, black handle up, tow barrel will be released. Here is your 13 pin plug which will connect onto your car, which will do your road lights and will do your 12 volt on the fridge if connected up correctly. As you can see, I've plugged it into my test light box. So as you can see, we've got to walk around the van, all your lights, side lights, brake light, fog light, reverse lights and your number plate lights are all correctly working. As we're on this side of the van, you have your outside 230 socket outside. Also have a gas point fitted to the van. Also in the gas locker you have your regulator fitted, which is suitable for propane and butane, and you also have two holders for two gas bottle cylinders. As we make our way around the other side of the van, you have your flue for the trim of water system. You have your water pump inlet, which pops out like that. Little trigger underneath, lift trigger up, slot in, nice and firm. With the filter at the bottom of the pump, that slots in to the bottom of the aqua to enable water to go through the van. Also in here you have where your mains lead. You have your 230 inlet here, and you also have your 12 volt battery which will be secured in the battery locker. You also have the flue for the back of the fridge, and at the rear of the van you have a inlet for where you can put your water and your toilet chemical mixture together. Also here you have your toilet cassette. When it's full, take to an empty point, lift the nozzle up and empty and slot back in. So as we come into the caravan, you have your main control panel above the door, which basically access all power, your water pump, and it also views levels of your vehicle battery and your leisure battery. So if you click the power, you'll indicate a green light. As you can see, I've already turned the water pump on, but you click that. To view levels, you also press view levels and it will show levels of your leisure battery. At the minute we are plugged into main, so that's that little icon there. If that does not turn on first time, you will need to come into this cupboard just over here, where you have your Sergeant consumer unit. So here we have your main RCD and 3 MCBs. Every time you go into a new power supply, you click the test button just to make sure it trips as required. So here we have a button for your charger. When pressed, you will get a green indication LED light. On the space heater, you will get a orange indicator light, and on the water heater, you will get another orange indicator light. So obviously the shutdown button here, that is to shut down all power in the van. So once you're finished every time you're using, you press that button there and it will shut all the power down completely. But when you want to use it, you press the shutdown button on and you come up to this control panel and you click on and you will rain power onto the van. Also on the consumer unit you have your radio fitted, as you can see, and you have all your fuses located at the bottom of the panel. Down here you have to make sure this drain valve, you can see it just there, is in the horizontal position there, to make sure you have got water in the van. Down here you also have your power touch mover box. So when wanting to use the water heater, all you have to do is just click water heater, and that will work. That will get hot just on electric. And with the space heater, that button will need to be on, and you go to this little panel just here and you click. So you've got 0.5 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt, depending how hot you want it. So with the fire, you have got blown air and auto, which will automatically do it for you. Blown air, as you can hear, it's blowing out hot air. And you have settings up to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, obviously 5 being the highest. On gas, on this, you will have to turn this little knob this way. You just hear the ticking, you push down, and through this gap here, very difficult to show, but you will see a flame, which is indicating that the heater is on. And to turn it off, you just turn it all the way back to 0. On gas, all you would do for water heater, which it says ultra store there, and ultra heat is for the heater. You click it there, you will see a green indication light. You will hear a clicking sound coming from the boiler itself, and if the light stays green, it means it is lit and is working on gas. So now we'll go over to the fridge. You hold this button here, nice blue light pops up. This is also an auto, so it will automatically connect to the appliance that it's connected to. At the minute we're on gas, but when supplied on gas, you'll hear a ticking from the back of the fridge, and when it is lit, the icon on the blue light will stay solid. When you change it, so you change it with this little left button here, that is now on electric. It will also do the same thing. The blue light will stay solid. And on battery, reason why it's not working now is because we are not connected to the car. The battery only works on the back of the car if it is wired up correctly. All the battery does is it just maintains that temperature that the fridge is already stored at. It will not freeze it, it will just maintain temperature. So press that button here to turn off. But also this is to set the temperature of the fridge. So you've got obviously that being the highest, that being the lowest. Also here we have your cooker. On the left here it has an electric hob which is controlled by this little knob here. So you have settings 1 to 6. Obviously 1 being the lowest, 6 being the highest. 6 will get the hottest quickest and will get hotter. Here with this, all you have to do is you will have to hold that into a position that you want it, so either high flame or low flame. While holding that down, you will press the igniter button. Once you have run the gas through, your hob will look obviously like this, the flame coming through nicely. You've got 2 settings, obviously a high flame or a low flame. And to turn off, you just turn back to clockwise. And the same with the grill, you hold this little button here, press it in, press the igniter, and that will do the same. And same obviously for the oven, but you have different temperatures that you can get the oven up to. Also, under the oven next to it on the left, you have your gas manifolds, which they all shut off different appliances in the van if need to. As you make our way to the back of the caravan, you have your shower department and you have your toilet. On this van you have installed a Thetford electric flush system. So what you do is when you fill up on the tank on the outside of the van, you press this button here and it will flush all the water. It will flush the water into the bowl, and to release it all, use a little handle to open it and to close it. But when removing the cassette, it will need to be closed. But to get water through the van, you have to make sure this button is on. At the minute, all the air is drained out of the taps, but when you come to go on site, all you do is you turn the pump on, you open the tap onto cold and to hot and to both, just to drain all that air out of the system. As you can see there's still a bit of air in the system, it needs to be drained, and the same will go for the bathroom tap and the shower tap. when is all the air's out of the system completely, you will turn the tap off and the pump will shut itself off, as you can see, as it just done there. Also in the van you have a fitted microwave. Like I say, any microwave like the ones at home. Set all your settings. So we want to on, say on, and look. But you pick your settings and obviously away it goes. But like I say, any questions on any appliances, any further information, you can look in the book pack, which is also in the van. Also, as you can see in the van, we have left a copy of what the warranty is covered. You also have one of these in your pack when you purchase the van, but it will remain in the van for you to look for it. Okay, thank you. So for the mover, you have the engagement bar. So on the engagement bar, you place it on the handle like so. So you hear a plonking sound. That is the mover engaged into the wheel. When the mover has engaged, you are now allowed to release the handbrake like so. In the battery locker, you have a slot for a switch. The switch then goes in and twists clockwise. When that is all on, you get your handset, you hold these two buttons till you see a green indication light, and that will mean your mover is connected. So you press, as you can see when the green light is shown, so you've got forward, then you have backwards. If you come to the front of the van, like I say, anywhere on the mover, that is the direction you want to do it. But no, then to disengage the mover, you hold these two buttons here, turn off the controller, turn off the switch when not using because it has lots of drainage on the battery, handbrake back up and disengage the bar. Same thing but opposite side. Lift up, plonk, take the bar out, full disengage.